I'm going to show you how to install the $75K per month client attraction funnel into your business. This is a complete system to book 5 to 20 qualified sales calls every single day consistently without creating content, chasing referrals, or doing cold outreach. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to install the same client attraction funnel that's single-handedly responsible for my credit per business going from $7,000 a month to a consistent $40K months and even a peak of $75K in a single month directly into your credit per business. This is a system that I spent tens of thousands of dollars testing, tweaking, and developing. I'm about to hand it all to you for free. I'm going to show you how to tap into an unsaturated market of buyers who pay anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 for the same credit per service that most people are charging $500 for. It'll show you how to book 5 to 20 sales calls every single day consistently, and how to pre-sell those buyers who finally show up to this call ready to pay $2,000 to $4,000 without having to do any complicated sales tactics. The client attraction funnel is just built on 4 core elements or pillars that work together like a machine. And here's proof that this isn't just theory, it's a tested system that's guaranteed to get results. Before I found the client attraction funnel, I was at $7,000 per month in revenue, working 12 hours per day, competing on price, and charging $300 to $400 per client, attracting broke leads. After installing a client attraction funnel, I did $43,000 in a single month, worked less hours, no longer competed on price, and I was charging $2,000 to $4,000 per client with pre-qualified high-ticket buyers. Let me show you how fast this system can work. We launched the client attraction system for a client at day 1 at 11 a.m. Very next day, less than 24 hours later, he closed a $1,500 client. He made his entire ad spend back plus profit in a single day. You'd be genuinely shocked at how common that is for our clients. Right now, you're competing with thousands of credit repair business owners all saying the same thing. You're making the same claims and making the same content. Your prospects have heard everything before and they've been pitched by your competitors the same way. And they've probably had a bad experience with someone just like you. So by the time they go on a phone call with you, you're already placed in a mental bucket. They're already thinking, I can get this somewhere else cheaper. And here's what that creates: low price elasticity. This forces you to charge $100, $200, $300, maybe $400 when you should be charging $1,500 to $2,000. The problem isn't your product, it's your positioning. So how do we solve this problem? You're not just going to sell credit repair anymore. You're going to sell an outcome. We're going to position you to where your product is the bridge to someone's dream desired state. The people you're selling to right now, they just want credit repair. These people are broke and skeptical. But what if instead of selling credit repair, you sold real estate investors the opportunity to get their next dream investment? Or business owners who are generating $20K plus per month the opportunity to access low interest capital? Or cash-rich home buyers the ability to save thousands on their down payment? These types of people will gladly pay you $2,000 plus for your product because what you sell gets them access to what they want. People buy outcomes, not service. The bigger the outcome, the more they'll pay you for it. You need to combine your new positioning with what we call a unique mechanism. I need you to pay very close attention because this is the one thing that makes the client attraction funnel work so successfully. A unique mechanism is a proprietary name for your solution that makes you a category of one in your market. I said I'll use funding optimization to help you get access to 6 figures of capital within 30 days. Why did I do that? Because now I am a market of my own. I sell funding optimization. People inherently look for things that are new and exciting. It's such a small thing, but it makes all the difference. Here's the formula. You choose your market: real estate investor, business owner, home buyer. Then you identify that specific pain point that avatar has. You create that unique mechanism and give it a proprietary name. You build differentiation. You talk about the specific features and process specifically designed for their solution. You eliminate competition, you create price elasticity, and it crushes their skepticism. This will crush all the competition in your niche and make you the sole option for your avatar. Great, now we have a lucrative offer positioned in front of thousands of potential clients. But how do we actually get in front of these people with that offer? Simple, you're going to leverage Facebook's AI targeting to deliver dozens of qualified calls or a calendar. People will have the money to pay for your service. Here's what most people don't understand about Facebook ads. When done correctly, Facebook ads isn't marketing, it's an ATM. Put $1 in, you get 3, 5, even 10 out. I'm talking about some best case scenario fantasy. I'm talking about predictable, repeatable, mathematical certainty. Let me show you the math on one of the campaigns we launched using the client attraction funnel. Now, as you see here, we're paying $7.76 per call. But hey, let's say we double that. Hey, let's say we 10x that cost, $70 per call. Let's say we use the back-end selling system that we use and you get 70% of people to show up to the call. Now you're paying $180 for a person to show up to the call with you. Now, let's say you're closing 1 out of 5 people that show up to the call. Since we repositioned your offer, now you're closing for $2,000 on average. It means you're paying $500 to acquire a client that closes for $2,000. That's $1,550 profit per client. It's a 400% return on investment. That's literally a money printer. The reality is 99% of credit and funding businesses are running ads completely wrong. And I know because I was one of them. I bought every course, hired 3 different agencies, threw $1,000 down the drain, and none of it actually worked. The complete system does 3 things. It filters out tire kickers before they waste your time, brings in only people with the problem and the money and the intent, and it does this for $20 to $50 a day while generating massive profit. Now here's how it actually works. Facebook AI can analyze millions of data points in real time to find people with the highest statistical likelihood to take an action that you want, but it only works if you're feeding it the right information. So before we write ads, we do deep market research. We dive into their past experiences, the horror stories, the frustrations, the claims they've heard, and limiting beliefs stopping them from acting. We do things like niche-related content research, Reddit and forums, Facebook groups, and even competitor research. When the prospect shows you the exact problems and we articulate their goals better than they can, they automatically trust you as you're the person that can solve the problem. From that deep market research, we write about 10 to 15 highly persuasive ad scripts, each targeting a specific angle. An angle is a specific problem that a specific person is dealing with. So instead of saying need funding, click here, we say something like stuck watching competitors scale while you're limiting by cash flow. The business credit acceleration system unlocks 50 to 100K in 60 days without you touching your personal credit. Everything from market research to ad script generation is handled by our custom trained AI. We create dozens of highly performing ad scripts on autopilot. Once we have scripts, we turn them into ads, videos, statics, B-roll clips. The copy is what's doing the heavy lifting here. Our 2 high performing ads was a selfie video recorded on a phone and a Canva graphic thrown together in 10 minutes. The combined revenue of those 2 ads was $100,000. Professional video production doesn't matter. The actual words in the ad itself is what stops the scroll and drives the action. Now that we have our ad scripts, we need to do something called Facebook Pixel Conditioning. Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that sits on your website that tracks everything. Every page view, every button click, every form submission, every book call. The Pixel learns from these events and gets smarter. Prospect book a call, fills out the form with qualifying questions, data is saved in the CRM, and the Pixel fires a lead event. Then after a while, you analyze your best clients. You take your 5 best closes, average revenue, industry, use of funds, score range, then you feed that data back to Facebook. You tell Facebook, find me more people who look exactly like these 5. Then it gets smarter. It shows the ad to people who are exactly like the profile of your paying clients. Same demographics, same behavior, same intent signals. This is why the more we spend, the better ROI we get, not worse. We're feeding Facebook a blueprint of your perfect client and saying, go find more of these. Now, we have qualified leads clicking our ads. Next, we're going to send them something called a direct to application funnel. Now, let me be clear about what this does. We don't want leads. We don't want phone numbers. We don't want people with low intent. We want people saying, yes, I'm interested. Let's talk. When someone fills out your application, they're saying, I want this, I have this problem, and I have the money to invest in it. It's a completely different psychological state than someone saying, I want to learn more. Now, this is the funnel structure of the most highly performing landing page I've ever built. It has an offer-based headline, direct, outcome-focused, matching the ad. For example, how business owners are unlocking 50 to 100K in 0% business credit in 60 days. A subheadline that removes obstacles in their mind. For example, even if you've been rejected by banks dozens of times before. Then we have a direct response VSL video sales letter. This is not educational, this is a sales presentation. Agitate the problem, introduce the unique mechanism, build credibility, create urgency, and direct to application. Below the VSL, we have a social proof stack, case studies, testimonials, metrics, reinforces everything that's in the VSL. We have a frequently asked questions section. This handles common objections like cost, money, time. Why are you different? Here's where it really gets smart. And click the button, there's an application, not a calendar link. On that application, we have some qualifying questions. What's your current revenue looking like? What's your biggest bottleneck right now? How much are you willing to invest to scale? And here's the key. If someone answers those questions in the way that tells us they can't afford our program, they're immediately disqualified. They get sent to a page that says based on their answers, they cannot move forward. And we do this because we don't want to waste our time or their time. So we filter out the people who are going, so we filter them out before they're ever, So we filter them out before they're ever able to book a call. And the people that do make it through the application, they're pre-qualified, pre-sold, and ready to buy. Now here's where most people just route everything to the same calendar, collect the same information, and send it back to Facebook. We do something completely different. Based on how the prospect answers specific questions, we route them to different calendars. Let me show you exactly how this works. Let's say someone responds and they say they're making 10K in revenue, about 5K to invest. This is a dream client for us. We tell Facebook this is hot and find more people like them. Path 2 would be someone making about $3,000 a month in revenue, $1,000 to invest. This person is a basic lead. We tell them people that, hey, we're interested, but they're not as valuable. Now, path 3 is someone who's absolutely unqualified, $500 revenue, no budget, and they get sent to a disqualification page and the pixel does not pick them up. We tell Facebook, don't show this ad to people like this. That's why this is genius. Facebook learns in real time which prospects are valuable. So over time, it shows ads to more calendar page A types, with fewer ads to disqualified types. Cost per qualified lead drops, close rate increases, and ROI compounds, all automatically without you having to do anything. And the result of us doing it is a $7.76 cost per qualified call, 70% show rate, and 35% close rate. Now, most people think the job is done when someone actually books in. Wrong. Here's what actually happens when someone just books and you leave them alone. They forgot they booked the call, life gets in the way, and they prioritize other things, and the excitement fades. By the time the call came up, they've completely forgotten who you are. The results: skeptical clients, let me think about it, closing 1 out of 10 instead of 3 to 4 out of 10. Now here's what it costs you. Let's do the math. $20 cost per book call, only 20% show up. That's $100 per shown call. That's 5 extra costs. Then a 10% close rate, you need 10 calls to close 1. That's $1,000 cost per acquisition instead of 60. What you do between the booking and the call determines if they show ready to buy or they don't show at all. The back-end selling system builds anticipation, excitement, and conviction. So they show up with questions answered, objections already handled, and skepticism already dissolved. They show basically ready to buy. After they book a call on a calendar page, they're immediately redirected to a post-booking page. For example, we would teach something like how business credit actually works, what separates personal from business credit, the exact structure for layering trade lines, cards, and loans, and how to strategically use business credit to scale. Here's the genius part. While you're teaching them how to do it, you're showing them how complex it is. They think, this person knows their stuff, I trust them, and I'd rather pay them than figure it out myself. Below that VSO is something called breakthrough videos. These are short 2 to 5 minute videos that answer specific questions about that. These are short, punchy videos, 2 to 5 minutes long, that answer specific questions about how your product works. This 10x is the impact versus the email or a text that might not ever open. Now, they booked the call, they watched the VSO, they've seen the post-booking videos, but we're still not done. They get sent email and SMS with case studies. Now, what this does is it reinforces the appointment, provides social proof, and shows them that it works for real people just like them. Now, altogether, they've watched a high-value training immediately after booking, consumed breakthrough videos answering all their questions, multiple case studies proving that it works, and been reminded multiple times through email and SMS, and have built massive trust and conviction in your product and service. The selling happens before the call. You're just there to confirm the fit and explain the next steps. Okay, so now you understand the 4 pillars of the client attraction funnel. You've repositioned your offer to a lucrative market, created a category of one, and unlocked premium pricing. You've taken advantage of Facebook's AI targeting to find perfect prospects, get a consistent daily flow of leads and calls. Use the authority positioning funnel to attract quality leads, conditionally route them through Facebook, and only qualified leads book. Finally, you have the back-end selling system doing all the selling for you. Post-book VSL, videos, email, SMS flow, case studies, and that translates to a 70% show and 35% close rate. Here's a real-world example. Monday morning, they saw your ad speaking directly to your situation, landed on a high-converting page positioning you as an authority, watched your VSL explaining why your methodology is different, and got hit with nurture content to build excitement. On Wednesday, you're on the phone with them, not selling, but guiding, answering simple questions. 2 out of 3 become clients, $2,000 each, $4,000 in revenue, few $100 spent on ads. That's a 3 to 10x ROI every single week. This is the real power of the system. Each piece works together. You attract the right people, position you as the obvious choice, pre-sell them before the call, do it all on autopilot while you focus on scaling. Now here's why you can't build this yourself. You could try to build this yourself, watch YouTube videos on Facebook ads, buy a course on CRM automations, figure out go high level, or spend weeks testing ad copy, landing pages, and sequences. Here's what actually happens. Your automations will break, your ads will flop, your funnel will convert, you'll spend much becoming an expert in things that aren't your job. The bottom line is you don't know what you don't know. The gaps in your knowledge are invisible to you, but they're costing you thousands in deals lost every single month. You think you know how to set up Facebook ads, you create a campaign, you target people interested in credit repair, you write ad copy, point to a calendar link, and it doesn't work. You have no idea why. Here's what you missed. You didn't set up Conversions API, didn't structure your ad account properly, you didn't use the right creative framework, you didn't implement a unique mechanism, you didn't build an authority funnel, and you didn't set up post-booking nurture. What if I just built all of it for you? Here's what you get. You get a custom DDA landing page with copy, application, and VSO structure, proven ad creative frameworks, pixel conditioning fully set up, fully built out CRM with automations, pipelines, tagging, and tracking, complete sales system, scripts, objection handling, urgency frameworks, exact ad scripts that are generating $75K per month right now, proper ad account structure so you're profitable from day one, entire backend sales systems that pre-sell leads before the call, and SMS and timeline is simple. Day one you start, funnel is built in 3 days, backend system in 6, ads are ready to launch by 7 to 10, and you're finally launched with under 2 weeks. 24 to 48 hours, leads start coming in 1 to 2 weeks your first client closes, and ongoing you have 5 to 20 leads per day consistently. Everything done, proven, tested, and handed to you ready to launch. You just plug in and start closing calls. And you're not doing this alone. Even with done for you systems, you'll have questions, you'll have roadblocks, you'll want to optimize, and you'll want expert guidance. Do one-on-one business reviews every single week, not group calls, not forums, personal time with me and my CMO every single week. We'll review your numbers, analyze what's going on, optimize your ad, improve funnel conversion rates, troubleshoot any issues, and plan going in the next phase of growth. You have a team of experts who have built this system dozens of times, know every potential issue, and can solve issues before they become setbacks. This is something you can't buy anywhere else. Here's what it's really worth if you hire a specialist. You'd pay 15 grand for a year of weekly coaching. Most consultants are charging anywhere from 2 to 5K a month. A few funnels and landing pages would run you about 8 grand. A custom CRM would run you about 5 grand. An ongoing ad management will cost about 5 grand. And most companies won't even take you unless you're spending 10 grand plus per month. That's over 30 grand in total value. Just 15 clients each and you're at 30 grand. That's less than what the system generates. Just 15 clients at 2 grand each, that would be 30 grand. That's less than what the system generates you every single month. That's 3x ROI in just 90 days. And we're not going to charge you anywhere close to that. Not 33 grand, not 20, not even 10. Because I remember being stuck at 7K per month. The investment is less than what most people spend on a vacation. But let's not worry about the investment. Let's see what it costs you to not do it. Every month you wait, you're leaving 30 to 40 grand on the table. Every week you delay, that's 7 to 10K that could be in your bank account. Time is enemy, not money. You can make money back, but time you can't get back. While you're trying to figure it out yourself, your competitors who invested in a proven system are already at 50K a month, already hiring teams, already scaling, and already living the life you want. And the gap is only getting wider. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to be very clear. This is not for everyone. The client attraction funnel is a real system. It works with proven results. This is for you if you're currently doing 5 to 15K a month, ready to scale to 30 to 75K per month. You're tired of wondering where the next client comes from. You're sick of broke leads who can't afford to pay you. You're willing to invest in yourself and your business. You're coachable, ready to implement, and willing to go to hell and back to achieve your goals. This is not for you if you're looking for a magic button or a get-rich-quick scheme, not willing to invest time and money, not coachable, think you know everything, or you're just collecting courses you'll never implement. You're not serious about scaling. You're comfortable staying where you are. I want people who are all in. If that's not you, please do not book a call. But if you're ready to take full advantage of the opportunity that's right in front of you, if you're ready to install the client tracking system that can scale your business from 30, 50, even 75K per month, on the call, we'll assess where you're at, we'll identify the gaps in your business, and create a custom roadmap and how to install the client tracking funnel into your business. The call is completely free and you'll walk away with a blueprint you can implement yourself if you wanted to. No obligation, no pressure, just pure value. The only thing I ask is if I give you this blueprint, promise me you'll use it. I don't care if you work with us or not, but if you take my time and a custom plan I build for you, I expect you to take it seriously. If you're not willing to do that, don't book the call. So if you're ready to break through the 10K per month ceiling, stop competing on price, command premium fees, and install a proven 30 to 75K month system, click the button